Hello and welcome to the next video in the My Guy Rob series. As always, my name is Robert Mack, partner here at Kurlander, Burton Mack in San Francisco. And today we're going to be discussing policy limits in automotive injury cases. So these cases are specific to personal injury actions where you've been injured by the fault of another in a car accident. And so I want to discuss what policy limits are, how they might affect your case. So every insurance policy that anyone in the state of California has a policy limit. The lowest limit at this time is $15,000, and the upper limits can be $1 million, $2 million, as high as you want it to be. Now, the reason that this is important is if you get into an accident, the defendant of the case is actually the insurance company more so than the person who hit you. Now, while the person who hit you, their name's going to be on the lawsuit, it's really the insurance company that's going to step in and defend the case for the person who hit you. Now, they only have a duty to defend them for as much money as the policy limit calls for. So even if you are in a terrible accident, you have hundreds of thousands of dollars of medical bills, if their policy limit is $15,000, that's all you're going to get from the insurance company. And you're going to have to go after the individual who hit you on top of that to recover anything above the policy limit. Now, this causes quite a bit of problems. And the main reason for that is, generally speaking, and it's not true for everyone, but generally speaking, if you are hit by someone who has a low policy limit, they probably don't have a lot of money or property that they own. And the reason for that is because they have a very cheap auto insurance. And frankly, many people who have things like a house in the Bay Area or they have a lot of money in the bank, they want to make sure to have a good insurance policy so they can't be sued personally in the case of an accident. So you run into a situation where you're only going to get the amount of money from the insurance company, and then you can try to sue the person individually, but if he or she doesn't have anything, there's nothing to get. So it's important to understand what an insurance policy limit is. And usually I tell my clients, look, get every dollar you can out of the insurance policy. And unless there's a huge discrepancy in your injuries and what the policy is, you kind of let sleeping dogs lie because the individual might be very difficult to get anything out of them. Now, if they have a real property like a house or a cabin or a factory or whatever, then it's possible you can attach those properties to the lawsuit, but it does make things quite complicated and it can be very difficult to get any of that money out of it. Similarly, you can garnish their wages, but again, if there's someone who's not earning a lot of money and they don't have a good policy, you might not get anything out of that. So it's important that when you are filing a lawsuit or you hire an attorney to help you in your lawsuit in a personal injury case, that you know what the policy limits are. And if they are something that is very low, you've got to look at your options. However, if they're not, if there's something that makes sense with the case, really nothing to worry about. So that's the basics of policy limits. There's something that do come up in every single auto accident case that I represent my clients for. And it's something you just need to understand that exists. I frankly think $15,000 being the minimum is horrific. $15,000 is way too low in the state of California. It's been that same amount for many, many years. It just doesn't make sense anymore, but that's the reality of the situation. Individuals are following the California laws if they have an insurance policy that does meet the minimum of $15,000. So thanks for watching this video. Hope you'll watch all the other videos in the My Guy Rob series. Again, my name, Robert Mack, partner here at Kurlander, Burton Mack in beautiful San Francisco, and I hope you all have a wonderful day.